Hey guys, welcome back my channel, The Learning Destinations. I'm your host Avinash, and in this sessions, I'm gonna cover that how you can easily automate the tagging and untagging process. So let me give you one example. So suppose if I have one of the tag I call backup, and here I give the value true, right? So now I have assigned one tag to this VPC backup equal true. Now, if I remove it and then save it, right? So this is tagging and untagging process, but currently I'm doing it manually. So in this sessions, I'm going to tell you that how you can automate the same process. All right, guys, now let's start the practical session. So I need to create first the Lambda functions here because I'm going to automate this process through the Lambda. So I give it name, I can say tag manager, and then I'm going to run it with the Python. So I'm selecting here Python 3.11. You can run on Python 3.12 as well. And then I'm going to use one of the role I already created and the policy which I assigned to this role that I am going to show you later on in the same video. Then after that, create a functions. Okay. Now we need to replace the code with the existing code. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, time it is getting created. Okay, let's return here. So I already prepared the automations code here and it is already committed into my GitHub repo resource tagging. I'm going to give this link into the description sections. You can take it from there. So mainly I simply describe this script. So I'm using the Boto 3 and then I put two conditions for rollback. Okay, one is false. So it means that when I make it false, then it is going to add all the taggings, and when I make it true, then it is going to delete all the taggings. Okay, basically here when I keep the true, it is going to do the rollback process. Okay, and all these things I need to give it as a payload into the test sections that I'm going to show you in some time. Okay, after that, finally at the end it will process with the total tagged value. So when you make it the false, right, it will show you the total numbers of total tagged resources, and when you keep the value true, okay, when you pass the payload true, then ultimately finally it will show you how many resources you have untagged. Okay, so here when I keep the rollback false, okay, it calls these functions, and mainly it is going to true. Okay, so when it is true, then it is going to untag. Okay, and when it is false, it is going to tag the resources. Okay, and at last it will print these operations. Okay, so this is the simple example of this script. Now I'm going to run it into the Lambda function. Perfect. Now let's copy this entire code here. Copied. Go to Lambda function which I have created. Delete the existing one. Place all the code here. Okay, looks good. Deploy it. Successfully updated the functions. Okay, now we are going to create one test where we are going to give the payload. Okay, I give it name event, and here I just remove everything. I give it rollback. First, I'm going to say false. Okay, I save this test. So currently, let me refresh this VPC. Okay, so currently here there is only one tag. Okay, VPC 01. Okay, now I'm going to add the tag first. So here the payload value is false. So it should add backup equal true here. Okay, one more thing which I forgot to tell you. So this is basically this script is going to delete only these tags. So these value I have hard coded backup equal true. Okay, so if you have different kind of tag, if you have the tag with the different names, then you can replace these values here. Now let's start. I'm going to run this test. Here we can see that value. Oh, I think it will fail because I know, because here by default there is only 3 seconds these executions time. So I keep it 1 minute 0 second, exactly the 1 minute. Okay, now it will run successfully. Here updated, test again. Now we'll check that. Here are the logs. Okay, so here we can see that, here you can see that all the resources and at last come down. So here it added total 96, it processed total 96 resources, out of which it tagged 96. Okay, so I cannot check all one by one all the 96 resources, but I can check this simple VPC one. Here I refresh it. Okay, perfect. Let's go to tag. So here we can see that it has successfully added the tag. Okay, okay, now let's move to the rollback process. Okay, so here I need to make it true. True means it is going to delete the tags. Save it. Okay, so here we have the tag. Okay, backup equal true, and then now I'm going to test it. Here we can see that run successfully, come down. So here you can see that, so earlier we have seen that it has tagged total 96 resources. Now this time it has untagged total 96 resources. It means it has untagged all the resources which previously this script has tagged. Okay, now here we can check, cross check. Here we refresh it. So technically the tag should be removed automatically. Okay, so we can see that here there is a no backup tag. Okay, so it has successfully removed the tag. So this is overall the automations on tagging process. You can automate entire your tagging process, and then in case of error or if you want to revert the changes, you can do the rollback as well. Okay, one more thing guys, which I would like to highlight, that what kind of permissions I have given to the role that I'm going to show you. So here come, and this is the role. Let me go where it is, where, okay, here. So I go and check this role. So basically I wanted to show you that one permissions I have given the administrator access. The second, one of the manual process which one of the manual policy which I attached, that is this one, Lambda policy. And if I go to into the JSON sections, so basically okay, JSON format here. So basically you need to give these three things. One is get resources, tag get resources, tag tag resources for tagging, and for untagging it is must to give this value as well. Okay, then your role have all the perfect combination, so you can easily do the task. Perfect. So I think you have clearly understood it. It is very useful process that when you have many numbers of resources and you want to tag it with the specific value, then it's very hard to go one by one manually. So in such a way, you can in one shot, you can tag all the resources, and in case of error and failure, you can revert back as well. Okay. So if you like this entire process, if you like my teaching ideas, problem solving skills, then don't forget to subscribe my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Till the time, thank you so much for watching this, and don't forget to subscribe the learning destination.